everyone, I'm Marsha. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how to make small individual size smoothie freezer bags along with 4 different smoothie recipes. Now, I feel like this video may be a little bit overdue just because I'm always sharing with you how to make different smoothie recipes on my channel, and I only have one smoothie prep video on my channel. So I did a smoothie freezer bag prep video about 2 years ago with my son Ethan, and it turns out it's the most popular video on my channel. And I think a lot of people just like watching my son because he's so adorable to watch and listen to. But I did also get a lot of comments to just how helpful the video was to show them how to prep smoothies ahead of time to make it easier for you throughout the day or in the morning times when you just want to grab a smoothie and go. Or it helps to stay on track with your healthy eating goals because you just already have your smoothies prepped and ready to go, and you don't have to fumble around and take up time trying to, sort out different ingredients to make your smoothie. Now, my previous video that I did 2 years ago with my son, I actually made like huge gallon size freezer bags, and that was because I was actually doing a green smoothie cleanse, specifically the JJ Smith 10-day green smoothie cleanse. Love that cleanse. But that is the reason why I was sharing with you my prep bags, which were like huge gallon size, and it was because I was going to do, a lot of smoothies at one time. Well, I don't do the cleanse all the time, and so most of the time I'm just making an individual serving size just for me. So this video is perfect if you're just making, one smoothie at a time, or if you have small blenders, like the smaller blenders like the Nutribullet, or small individual cup sizes that came with your regular blender like I did. So if you're just trying to make small servings of smoothies, just one at a time, then this video is perfect for that, and I can't wait to show it to you. So before we start making our smoothie bags, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below along with the bell so you'll be first to know whenever I upload a new video. All right, so without further ado, let's jump into the smoothie bags. Okay, to start everything off, you need some type of storage container or storage bag for your smoothies. So today we're just going to be using regular freezer storage bags, and so they're the regular plastic Ziploc bags that you can just pick up at any grocery store, but you want to make sure that it has freezer on it because there's some that are just say storage bags and there's some that say freezer. So make sure you get the ones that say freezer on it. Now, as far as size, again, in my previous video that I did with smoothie storage bags, I used gallon size because I was doing a cleanse and I needed something to hold a lot of smoothie ingredients. But this time we're just making individual serving sizes, so you only need the quart size. So double check to make sure that you're getting freezer and that you're getting the quart size. Now, you certainly don't have to use freezer bags. You can use mason jars to store your smoothie in, so just like a glass mason jar. But there are some extra precautions you should take before you put like a glass mason jar in your freezer, but it can be done. I've done it before. If you would like to know more details or more tips on how to do that, just let me know down in the comments down below. But today we're going to be using the just regular freezer bags, and I am using, again, the quart size. So once you have your freezer bag, go ahead and take one out, and I try to get the ones that you can write on. So these have like a little space where you can kind of fill out a name of what you want to label your smoothie as. So let's go ahead and fill out our bags first as far as the labels, and then we can dump in our ingredients. All right, so for my first bag, I'm going to be prepping a blueberry spinach smoothie. So I'm just writing that on there, blueberry spinach. And I'm going to be adding how much liquid I need just to make it easier again for me in the morning. So I'm going to be putting plus 1 cup of almond milk. All right, and so the first bag is done, and just keep doing that until you have all of the bags that you want to make filled out. It's just easier if you actually fill out the bag before you stuff your smoothie ingredients inside it. All right, so let's start making our smoothie bag. So I'm gonna be starting with the blueberry spinach. smoothie bag that I've already pre-labeled. And again, these are for small individual serving size. So I don't need to pack this in with like a whole bunch of ingredients because it needs to be able to fit in a smaller cup. So not the big blender, right? So you can still use your big blender, but this video is meant for those who may not have a big blender. So the blueberry spinach is one of my favorites because it's just really easy to make and it doesn't have that many ingredients. And of course, you guys know I use frozen fruit for all of my smoothies. I don't use ice. You can if you're using fresh fruit or, you know, fresh vegetables. But I prefer frozen because, you know, it doesn't water down my smoothie and it gives it a better, smoother texture. So I am using all frozen fruit and I'm going to assemble my smoothie bags just like I want to make it. So if you have, you know, more of a high-powered blender like a Vitamix, then this part doesn't really matter because you can just dump the whole thing in and you're ready to go. But typically, you know, one of my tips is to blend your greens first with whatever liquid you're using and then add your frozen fruit second. So because of that, I'm gonna put my frozen fruit at the bottom and then I'm gonna put my greens on top, whatever greens you wanna use. Now, all of these smoothies won't be green smoothies. I have 2 green smoothies and then 2 non-green smoothies for you. So this one starts off with blueberry spinach. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my banana first. So I'm gonna add my frozen banana. Then I'm going to add in my blueberries. And I'm only using a 1/2 cup of blueberries. So I'm getting a 1/2 cup here, give or take. If you happen to like blueberries, it might be a little bit more than a 1/2. So I'm gonna add that directly into my bag. And then now I'm going to actually add my spinach on top. I'm only gonna get a small handful. Again, these are for individual serving cups, so you don't need a lot. And there you go, that's it for the blueberry spinach smoothie. And then you're ready to just move on to your next one. All right, so for the next one, we are gonna be making a strawberry oatmeal smoothie bag. And so the good thing about this is you can go ahead and put your oatmeal in there and freeze it as well. So I'm gonna be adding that to the bottom. And I am just using regular old-fashioned oats. So you can use either old-fashioned or quick oats. You can't use steel cut oats because those are a little bit thicker, but you can use just regular oatmeal like I have. So as you can see, I already have my bag label along with how much milk I'm going to need. And so the point is to just make this easier on you. So everything gets added. The only 2 things that I don't add is the liquid and whatever sweetener I'm going to be using, which I pretty much just use honey. So honey and then my liquid, which is almond milk or water, I don't put in, of course. But everything else, just dump it in your smoothie bag. So starting with my oatmeal, I'm going to go ahead and portion that out. And I am going to be using a 1/4 cup of oatmeal for this smoothie. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to the bottom of my bag. Next, I'm going to be adding my frozen banana. And for all of these, I'm just using a 1/2 banana, so not a full banana. And I pretty much, when I freeze my bananas, I pretty much freeze them in 1/2 sizes because I know I use just a 1/2 banana a lot. So I got my banana in there. And then I'm going to add a cup of frozen strawberries. So just seal that right on up and then you have your strawberry oatmeal smoothie all ready to go. All right, so next is a tropical green smoothie. Again, I've already had it labeled on here, tropical green smoothie. And for this one, it's gonna require 1 cup of water whenever I am ready to make it. So this time I'm going to add some flaxseed. So you can also add your, ground flaxseed or your chia seeds to your freezer bags. So let me add that. So I have some ground flax seeds here, and so I'm just gonna add a little bit of this. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add a 1/2 banana. And then I'm gonna put my bananas back in the freezer because they're starting to melt. So I got my banana. Next, you need a few peaches. And I realized with this particular smoothie, it has a lot of good stuff going on. So you kind of have to be careful that you still don't pack too much into it or else you won't be able to fit it all into your cup. So I am going to get about a 1/2 cup of peaches, and literally that's like roughly 4 or 5 peaches. Add that to my bag. Then I'm gonna grab me some pineapple, and roughly about 1/3 to 1/2 cup of pineapple. Again, you want to be able to blend everything up, so not too much, guys. And if you run into the issue where you can't fit it all in, don't be afraid to like blend up some of the smoothie first, just to kind of get some of the ingredients settled, and then add the rest. I've done that before. So I'm gonna add my pineapple. And then last is some more spinach. So this does include spinach. Again, I blend my spinach up first. So I want to add it last, so when I take it out of the freezer, I can just grab that and go ahead and blend that up. So I'm just gonna get a small handful, add that right on in. And you guys, we have a tropical green smoothie. And the fourth bag we are making is one of my new favorites. It's an avocado pineapple smoothie. And I just started using avocado in my smoothies this year. And trust me when I say it's a game changer, okay? It makes your smoothies so smooth. I mean, it just adds so much to the smoothie. On top of it being very healthy for you, some people consider it a superfood, has a lot of healthy fats. So yeah, I love it. So to my avocado smoothie bag, I'm going to start off with some ground flaxseed again. Add that right on in. Then I'm going to add in 1/2 banana. All right, so next I'm going to add in the avocado. So you guys, if you did not already know, they sell frozen avocado chunks. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I just found this out like a month ago, and I was like, oh my gosh. But you know what? You can totally use fresh avocado if you can't find the frozen, and you can just cut your fresh avocado, make sure it's right, and just freeze it, cut it in chunks, and then just freeze that. But I'm gonna get 1/2 cup of frozen avocado, maybe a little bit less, add it to my bag. Then I'm gonna get about 1/2 cup of frozen pineapple chunks. Then you have an avocado pineapple smoothie ready to go whenever you need it. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave me a big thumbs up down below because it really helps my channel out. Also, if you have any questions or concerns or comments, feel free to drop them down below as well in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them for you. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button along with the bell so you'll always know when I upload a video. All right, that's all I have, friends. Until next week, see you later.